Hello, everyone. Today, let's talk about the story of a Chinese deity, Xingtian. In today's story, the protagonist, Xingtian, is a civil official under Yandi. That's right, you heard it correctly. Although he is physically strong and incredibly powerful, Xingtian, known as one of the most famous war gods in ancient Chinese mythology, was not a military general but a civil official. Back when Yandi ruled the world, Xingtian and his close friend Qiu assisted him in governing the realm. This was perhaps the happiest time in Xingtian's life. After finishing his daily administrative duties, his love for music would lead him to compose songs and poems. The famous works Song of Plowing and Ode to a Bountiful Year were composed by Xingtian to celebrate Yandi's birthday, praising the happiness and prosperity of the people at that time. These works later became collectively known as Bumu. Later, Qiu, dissatisfied with Yandi, led the Zhuli tribe in a rebellion to seize control of the world. In response, Yandi's Shenong tribe and Huangdi's Youxiong tribe formed an alliance to oppose Qiu. After 3 years of warfare, the Allied forces ultimately defeated Qiu in a great battle in Jizhu, bringing peace to the world. However, the young and ambitious Huangdi was no longer content with following Yandi's command. Huangdi's army suddenly launched an attack on Yandi's unprepared forces. The two sides clashed in the Battle of Banquan, where Yandi was ultimately defeated and his entire tribe was annexed. Yandi was exiled to the southern heavenly court, where he became the emperor of the south. Xingtian, loyal to Yandi, accompanied him to the southern heavenly court. Believing that Huangdi had usurped Yandi's rightful rule, Xingtian's dissatisfaction with Huangdi gradually grew. Later, Qiu rose in rebellion once again, and Xingtian wanted to assist his friend, but Yandi stopped him. Soon after, news arrived that Qiu had been defeated and killed by Huangdi in the Battle of Zhuolu. Unable to contain his rage any longer, Xingtian secretly left the southern heavenly court and headed straight for the central heavenly court to seek revenge against Huangdi. Xingtian, wielding a shield in his left hand and a massive axe in his right, fought his way through layer after layer of heavenly gates, cutting down all obstacles until he reached Huangdi's palace. Enraged, Huangdi took up his divine sword, and the two engaged in a fierce battle. They clashed with sword and axe, each using their full strength, determined to kill the other. Their fight raged from inside the palace to the outside, from the heavenly court down to the mortal realm, until they reached the foot of Chengyang Mountain. Though Xingtian was powerful, he was still a civil official at heart and gradually grew exhausted. Seizing the moment, Huangdi struck and decapitated Xingtian with a single sword blow. Huangdi then used his divine sword to cleave Chengyang Mountain in two, placing Xingtian's head deep within the mountain. With a spell, he restored the mountain to its original state, burying Xingtian's head deep within its heart. Even without his head, Xingtian did not fall. He stood there unwilling to accept defeat at the hands of Huangdi. Suddenly, dark clouds gathered in the sky, thunder and lightning crackled, and in his fury, Xingtian's nipples transformed into eyes that spewed fiery rage, while his navel became a mouth that cursed in hatred. He raised his massive axe and shield once again, swinging them wildly toward the heavens. Wherever his axe passed, mountains crumbled, and the very sky and earth seemed to change color. Huangdi was shocked by Xingtian's unyielding will and did not take action against Xingtian again. He canonized Xingtian as the god of war and gave Chengyang Mountain to Xingtian. Xingtian's movements of dancing his giant axe and shield were called Xingtian Wu Gan Qi by later generations and evolved into Qian Qi Wu to eliminate killings, which is a metaphor for using virtue instead of force to influence and conquer the enemy. That's it for today's story. See you in the next one.